Hello students and welcome back to the class of SST. Today we are going to start with the second part of the geography chapter 1 environment. But before starting the chapter, just we will revise what we have studied in our first lecture. In first lecture, we have studied meaning of environment, components of environment, and biotic and abiotic factors of environment. So the environment is what we can say the things present in our surroundings. Okay. Again, components of environment, human made and natural. Natural environment divided into two parts, biotic and abiotic factors. Till here we have studied. Now let's start with the second part of the chapter. Okay, students. So now here, second part of the chapter starts with the domains of environment. Four major domains of environment. Now students, this already you have studied in your previous classes. Okay students, major domains of the environment. There are four major domains: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. The first one, lithosphere. What is lithosphere? It is a solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered by a thin layer of soil. That is the first one. Second one, hydrosphere. The domain of water is referred as hydrosphere. It compares various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, ocean. Okay. Next is atmosphere. Atmosphere is the thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. The gravitational force of the earth holds the atmosphere around it. Now, this atmosphere also protects us from harmful rays and scorching heat of the sun. And last and important, biosphere. Plants and animal kingdom together make biosphere or the living world. It is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, and air interact with each other to support life. And here, once again, I will make you remind of the sentence we have studied in first part of this session. That is, environment is called as a basic life support system. So, your biosphere is an example for it. So students, I hope the domains of environment is clear to you. Now let's move to the next part. Now there is a word something called as ecosystem. Now what is ecosystem? Ecosystem refers to the interaction of organisms with one another and with their environment. It means all plants, animals, and human beings are depend on each other. Okay. Now, students, do you remember the food chain which you have studied in your previous classes? Okay. So, in that food chain, right from the small insect to the big animal, each and every one are depend on each other. If one of the animal miss from that chain, the entire chain get distracted. So everyone are depend on each other. As we human beings are depend on nature for many things, even nature is dependent on us somewhere. Now this ecosystem is different at different places. For example, grassland, desert, lake. Each and every one has its own ecosystem. All ecosystem consist of abiotic and biotic components in their environment. The biotic components are non-living part of an ecosystem, while the biotic components are living parts of ecosystem. Let's clear this point with an example. Plants, also called the producer, who manufactures their own food with the help of energy trapped from the sun. These plants then become the food for plant-eating birds and animals, called the primary consumer. The secondary consumers are the birds and animals and that feed on other birds and animals. The dead remains of plants and animals are then broken down or decomposed by fungi, bacteria, called the decomposers, into materials which plant can take up from the soil as nutrients. So here all the factors are depend on each other. Again, I have shared a small video link for ecosystem which will clear the concept of ecosystem to you. Now let's move on to the last part of the chapter, that is human environment. Now, what is human environment? Human began interact with the environment and started modifying it according to their needs. Okay, so whatever the things are available in the nature, naturally human beings started modifying it as per his need and started using that things into other forms. So human environment is the interaction between human beings and the environment, what we can say. Okay, human learn new ways to use and change the environment. Okay, so students, just remember the Stone Age over here. At the Stone Age period, human beings started to live in caves because that time he was not aware how to make buildings. But after the passage of time, he started learning all these things and started to modifying the natural environment according to their needs. Then he started constructing house, huts, and started living in it. Then humans came to know that certain fruits and vegetables are available in the nature which can be consumed. Once he started consuming it, he again started learning how to cultivate it. So with this, he started with an agriculture. With the starting of agriculture, the production was increased, crop cultivation was there, and here the exchange of crops started, or the exchange of goods started, trade started. Earlier currency was not there, so what people used to do, they used to exchange goods for goods. That is known as barter system. Now barter system is a trade in which goods are exchanged without the use of money. For an example, if one farmer has a surplus production of wheat, he might exchange his wheat with the another farmer or any other person in his village for exchange of any other goods. So was barter system started, trade started, and when the invention of wheel was there and industrial revolution was there in a human being life, with the invention of wheel, all these things started making fast. Okay, students. So with this, trade started, communication started, increase of production was there. How it was possible? When humans started interacting with the nature, we started we started inventing new things with the help of the things available in the nature. One more simple example, students, I will share with you. A bench on which you sit in your classroom. Was the bench available in the nature naturally? No. It was a log of wood which was brought from the forest to the factory. Then a modification was there. a certain procedure was done, and then the bench was done by the carpenter. So this is an example how we interfere into the environment and started modifying it according to our need, and this made our life luxurious. Okay, students. So now to what extent we should interfere into the nature? Yes, humans have not decided that, and we continuously started interfering into the nature, and to some extent it was like an negative impact on environment. Like example, deforestation, global warming are an example of this. So students, how much to interfere into the nature, that also has a certain limits. Okay students, so here we have end up with the chapter that is environment. Students, for last 2 months, because of lockdown, we are at home. This lockdown has affected the economy and the life of the people very badly, but at the same time it has been a positive sign for the environment. Do you know that? You must have read in the newspaper also that from Punjab, near about 250 to 300 kilometers are the Himalayan ranges, but now they are visible from Punjab. Why? Because of less pollutions. Vehicles are not there on the road. Humans are trapped in the house, what we can say. So this is the what we are expected, that very less and less interference of the humans into the environment. So students, the proper use of science is not to conquer the nature but to live in it. That's all for this first chapter. Now students, after this chapter or after this session, you have to watch two videos which I have shared with you for ecosystem, and the last video is very important, which tells you about the positive impact of lockdown on the environment, especially India. So students, till the next class, be safe and stay home. Thank you, students.